Welcome to PeezyFX Trading. This is my weekly watch list. All right, so we're gonna start out with the DXY, and first and foremost, we need to identify our nearest liquidity, and where do we think price is going to trade to during this upcoming week. All right, so right here, basically, I got this weekly low, the liquidity resting below this weekly low, and I have previous week's liquidity here. So we are clearly in an uptrend right here. Like, we've been in a downtrend for a while, but at this point, you know, we kind of got this retail double bottom right here. When actually price was just reacting off this order block right here. But this is what retail considers a double bottom. We pushed up, taking out this high. All right, if you look on a line chart, you can see we clearly broke structure to the upside at this point. At this point right here, we broke structure to the upside, pushed up significantly, and now we have equal highs right here, okay, giving us buy side liquidity right there, which we took out. All right, so we can slide this up, and we have relative equal highs right here. So there would be liquidity resting above that high there. All right, drop down to a daily. All right, so we got liquidity resting above this high and this high here, okay? We are starting to push down. We took out this low, and it seems as if we're reacting from this point of interest right here. So if we throw our fibs on this price swing, the swing low to the swing high, we're currently in a discounted area. All right, switch back to the candles and drop down. We have price trading down this past week right down into this order block right here. All right, so that leads me to believe that we could definitely push up this coming week. All right, really feel like we could push up this coming week. Now we could see some stiff resistance from this area right here, which is that daily order block right here. So I'm definitely going to be interested to see how we open up today. Because we could be looking at price like this. We have a swing low right here to our swing high here. And we could very well see price take out the liquidity resting below here and push down into this area right here. Before going up, taking out the liquidity up here. But I do think that this is a solid retracement right here. The only reason I don't feel comfortable with this low holding up is because if you take the liquidity that is resting below here and expand it over to the left, look what we have here. We have a lot of liquidity resting below this accumulation right here. And that also is resting right above our daily order block. Nice order block right there on the daily. We got a nice hourly order block right here, which would be, you know, roughly 50% of that daily POI. So basically what I want to see, all right, is something that kind of happened here. See how price opened up on Sunday and immediately traded down and then pushed up? That's what I want to see here. I want to see price start pushing down Sunday and Monday and creating our low of the week during the first half of the trading week. So Monday, Tuesday, I want to be down here in this area. And by Wednesday, we should start our weekly expansion up here to take out this buy side liquidity. Let's look at the daily time frame once more. That is one scenario there. And I really want to keep this bullish bias. Last week I called for lower prices on the DXY and it delivered beautifully. I don't really think we're going to continue to the downside. We have strong momentum right now, pushing up, okay? And until I see a clear break of structure, I'm not convinced that we're turning bearish. You see what I'm saying? So price would literally have to like push down and then find some structure like this before I change my bias. But if we start trading up the first half of the week, Monday and Tuesday, and we find ourselves up in here during Tuesday or Wednesday, then I would definitely expect price to push down. Okay. I really feel like this is a solid analysis. All right. As long as you have the perspective in mind that your high or low of the week will form around Tuesday, London session, then it's not going to be difficult for you to determine your bias intraday. All right, let's go over to the DXY. I mean, Euro USD, I'm sorry, and see what we have going on here. So last week, I wanted to see this liquidity get ran out, and it did not deliver. Although we did have an up close week, like I said. You're going to have sell side liquidity resting below here, and you got a daily order block here. You got more sell side liquidity resting below here. Look at the weekly. All right. We've been bearish on this for quite some time. I mean, ever since the beginning of the year, we started pushing down at the beginning of the year, and we're starting to create structure to the downside. Now, I think this is going to keep going down until we cross over the threshold of the equilibrium. I don't think we're going to turn back bullish until we get down into a very discounted price. So this area right here would probably be a good place. Or, I mean, it could go as low as this area here, around the 80% fib level. All right, so look at it like this price range here from this low to this high. And note how price came all the way down here. We can, let's see, throw this 79% level on it right there. It didn't pop up. All right, there it is. So price came down to that, 79, 80% level before finding some support and starting to push up. I feel like that's what we're seeing here. I feel like we're gonna see the exact same thing here. Switch over to the line chart because you really get a better picture of what's going on, the majority of the volume. So yeah, I really think that's what's happening. I think we're gonna come down into, this area down here. Therefore, I'm gonna remain bearish on this long term. All right, so you always want to go with the trend. But at this point right here, for some reason, I feel like we're about to get a couple up close weeks. So I did say I wanted to see, price take out this liquidity up here. All right, so this is what I'm seeing right here. Engulfing candle, order block. Okay, so that could be a possibility, but then again, you really want to pay attention to what price did last week. All right. So we got this strong order block right here. Extend that out in time, and you see it stop price. Stiff resistance here. Now we got relative equal lows down here. This really could play out right here. All right, so I'm gonna probably remain bearish on this right now. Although I do see this happening. This area up here has been a POI for me for quite some time. I thought that we was gonna get up there last week, but we didn't. I mean, the way Euro USD is looking right now, it makes me want to try to buy it. If price comes down here, I'm gonna probably be looking to go long. But if we get a push up here, creating a significant high around Tuesday, then I'll be looking to take this thing down. It's really hard to say at the moment, to be honest. We do have liquidity resting above these highs right here. All right, so I'm gonna have to revisit this, but this one looks good. I ain't gonna lie, this one looks good. You got, you know, that daily order block resting right here in this kill zone. I like that. All right, so we had a huge week on GBP JPY. I mean, it gained a lot of momentum to the upside, man. We have clear sell side liquidity that will get got eventually, but we're going to remain bullish on this, man. We're going to remain bullish on this. This is going to be a point of interest for me. We left a lot of imbalance from that push up last week, and I'll be very interested to see if we can trade lower this week. We do still have clear liquidity up here. That's a long ways up. Man, this thing's got a lot of momentum, guys. A lot. All right, so if we could get down into this area right here, yeah, this 8-hour order block looks pretty good, honestly. If we could get down into this area, I would definitely risk, see if we could get up there. We could probably refine our entry a little bit. This would be a lot better right here. 20 pip stop loss. It's got so much momentum going to the upside, man. Like, whew. All right, so let's look at our current dealing range right now. Man, guys, this thing is going crazy. In 9 days, it covered 816.8 pips, leaving a lot of imbalance, man. This thing is going to turn around eventually. Like, it might even be this week. We might even turn around this week. Like, pay attention to what happens after you get a strong push up. Like, it has to correct itself. All right. We just got to see some solid breaker structure on the lower time frame first. We got a nice engulfing candle right here, and price pushed up, digging back into this order block before rolling over, you know, taking out this low. That was a nice play right there. If anybody caught that, congratulations. That was a very nice sell right there. So price traded up and pushed down strong, taking out this low, showing a shift in market structure. We retraced back up into the 62% retracement level and then pushed down, targeting previous low. A nice scalp right there. Very nice. 15-minute order block. Price comes up to the mean threshold of that. All right, so this could possibly be our dealing range. So I think it would be safe to say that you should also pay attention to price action as it's approaching this area here. All right. I know that kind of contradicts what I was saying here, but price does not really need to come back down here. Understand that. Price does not need to come back down here. The only thing that it needs to do is get back down close to this 50% level right here. That's our equilibrium. All right, so let's play it by ear, man. I'll give y'all another update on GJ around Tuesday. Let's see where we're at by Tuesday. If we're down here in this area by Tuesday, then we'll be looking to buy GJ. All right, so this one right here looks fairly simple to me. I think this is gonna be a simple buy. All right, so you got a nice engulfing candle right here. And at this point, I would be looking for price to come back down into this area right here before taking it back up like that. We are starting to, like, looks like we're starting to break structure to the downside. So we got to be careful. I don't know if you guys remember, but you can do some digging around. And when this happened right here, I called for lower prices on GA as price was coming back up into this weekly order block. So this is what it looked like right here. I want to see lower prices on GA as we was coming back up into our kill zone, which was the order block right here. Okay, breaker structure, retracement into a kill zone, boom, beautiful. If we do push up on this, it would be up into this area right here. Refine it a little bit. All right, so I am bearish on this. I feel like price is gonna come for the liquidity resting here and all this liquidity resting below here. These are gonna be my long-term targets, but as far as intraday goes, we pushed up strong and we got relative equal highs right here. So let's see if we can get a discounted price. Let's see if we can get price to come down here into this area, okay? So from here to there. All right, so this is what I want to see. Price trading down into this area and pushing up, taking out them equal highs, and basically being a part of the higher time frame retracement back up here before pushing lower. You got relative equal highs up here. And then you got a nice point of interest up here to go short from, as well as right here. All right, I'm gonna go over gold and then I'm gonna end this. All right, so last week we pushed up, trading up into this daily order block right here, and we got a strong push back down. So at this point, I have long-term targets here. Here's a draw on liquidity right here. They could draw liquidity there. All right, so I'm basically gonna be looking for a retracement back up into this area right here. That's what I want to see. By Tuesday or Wednesday, I want price to be up here into a premium level, and I'll sell gold for sure. All right, so we got a nice order block right here that kind of coincides with our daily order block. It actually matches up perfect with our daily order block. Yep. So this is gonna be my price for gold. It's 1787 to 1788. So there it is. All right, guys. Good luck this week. Trade safely, use risk management, and holler if you need me.